Hello, global family. First off, if you are new to this YouTube channel, please subscribe and hit the bell for notifications of new videos. This way, you will always be notified when I drop new content that can benefit you. If you are returning to this channel, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for supporting my work, efforts, and in investing in this valuable process. My name is Dr. Cal Spinks, the Spin Doctor, spinning lives one person at a time. I'm a mental health provider and virtual educator with over 20 years of experience helping people live their best lives. This channel is dedicated to Black men and those who love them, created for us by us. And if you stay tuned, this video will point out secrets to surviving as a Black man in today's society and give you ways to attend to our unique needs by providing 8 areas of focus for us. If you stay to the end of this video, you will hear my tip for success. Okay, so let's get it. This video is the first edition of a series of videos that focus on the 8 dimensions of wellness, adapted from Swaybrick in 2006. I feel that these dimensions are so very crucial in today's society, especially for Black men, in order to survive and deal with a life that is often full of obstacles and challenges due to race and especially white supremacy. So this video is a little bit longer than I like to usually make videos, but I think it's extremely important for our success. So I'm going to speak to the overall model in this particular video, and in the videos that follow, I will break down each dimension so that you are clear on that dimension and how that dimension impacts your life. And hopefully you'll walk away with some coping strategies to move forward. So the first dimension we need to focus on to survive in today's world is environmental. This is so very important, but often not prioritized. In order to be well, we need to ensure that we live, work, and play in environments that are stimulating and somehow support and encourage our well-being. This can be a real challenge in some communities, right? So I think a great place to start is in our very own home. So is your home a place of peace? A sanctuary, if you will? Okay, take a moment to think about that. With everything that we face in this world, our home has got to be a place where we can find peace. So if you're living with folks, family, a roommate, a partner, whoever it is, that aren't supportive of your well-being, or the living conditions are adding to your stress levels, this may be an area that needs some focus. You have to get your house in order so that you can get your life in order. So please share in the comments below a few ways you plan on focusing on your environment and hopefully improving that. Okay? The second dimension we need to focus on is intellectual. As Black men, we have to work twice as hard and be twice as smart as our white counterparts in order to compete. It's unfortunate, I know. We have to think in this way, but it really is our reality. Therefore, we need to recognize and own our own creativity, skills, and natural talents. Once we are clear in what we are good at, we want to enhance and market those skills while we are constantly learning. We don't want to forget that. We always have to be learning in order to compete. I can't say this enough. We have to be thirsty for knowledge and be current in order to be competitive. So try to read and enhance your intellect daily. This is to help you keep focused and be attentive, okay? So the third dimension is emotional development. Please know that we all experience emotion. This is the human side of us that feel life that we live in daily. Unfortunately, as Black men, we have been trained to limit our expressions of emotions, unless it's humor or anger, really. So those are the only 2 emotions we can display. So what happens is that we struggle with toxic masculinity, which encourages us to be what is seen as masculine at all costs, even to the point of causing us to act in ways that don't honor ourselves or those around us. It also pushes us to not live our lives authentically and feeds into stereotypes at the same time. We have to find ways to cope effectively with life as being a black man and the feelings that we experience because of that as well. I know life can make us angry. Okay, and that's not going to change. But what's behind the anger? Usually hurt, loss, shame, or pain. We have to build healthy relationship and find ways to release and express our emotions. This is always where a therapist or a life coach could be beneficial. So please share in the comments where you go to relieve your pressure and express emotion. The fourth dimension. This is the dimension that people tend to focus on the most. The physical, because this is the dimension that people see the most. We have to prioritize the need for regular physical activity, having enough sleep, and partaking in healthy nutrition, not the latest diet that is trending, and having an overall lifestyle that honors our bodies. This can be a challenge when we are self-medicating using alcohol, drugs, or sex. So I want you to think about it in this way. Think about ways you put your body at risk and try to reduce harm to yourself. That's it in a nutshell. So also we need to visit a medical provider regularly to prevent issues that disproportionately impact us as black men. We don't want to wait till something's falling off to go to the doctor. Okay, so the fifth dimension is financial. Satisfaction with our current or future financial situation. This has to do with financial literacy and understanding how to spend our money wisely and invest in ourselves. I have gotten sidetracked before, like everyone else, trying to find my worth in material things, letting the car I drive, my clothing, or my zip code speak to my value in an attempt to feel appreciated and important. Okay, what this does is push us into a life of living beyond our means and creates a cycle of financial struggle. We have to learn to find value within ourselves and within healthy relationships with the people we allow around us. So in the comments, please share some ways you have put in effect strategies to improve the way that you spend money. Okay, the sixth dimension, social. We have to learn to invest in developing healthy social networks of folks that bring some actual value to our lives and respect and honor us as black men. We can build a great connection and a sense of belonging by surrounding ourselves with people we can learn from daily, hopefully, who can challenge us and support our growth. This can be a challenge as we grow in life and move forward. And sometimes, unfortunately, we must love people differently and from a distance, even our family members. And this can be a hard pill to swallow at times, okay? The seventh dimension, occupational. This is important because we often let what we do in our lives define us. The goal here is to be satisfied with the work we do in life. I feel that it's important here to think about developing a career over finding a good job. As black men, we are blessed with so many gifts and talents. The first step is to define our purpose or what we have some type of passion around. From there, we have to find a way to get paid to do what we would do anyway, even for free. So we have to be creative. And don't forget about entrepreneurship. That's important, okay? So our eighth dimension, spirituality. We have to understand our purpose and find how to live our lives with the intent of finding meaning. So spirituality is about connection and can include religion, but doesn't have to all the time. So it's about connecting with your inner self and everything around you. Believing in something bigger and outside of yourself keeps us grounded and connected to the world. As descendants from the African continent, the sense of spirituality is in our marrow anyway. So some of us just have to reconnect from where we came from. But it's there, believe it. So please share in the comments below ways you connect to the world through spirituality. So there you have it, the 8 dimensions of our lives we must focus on to cope effectively with life being born with melanin or a person of color. So we have to try to focus on these different content areas simultaneously, which can be a challenge. It can be a challenge at times. I'm not going to lie to you. So I think it's very important to develop a regimen or rituals to ensure we stay focused on taking care of ourselves. So in the next editions, we will break down each of the dimensions with strategies for survival. And it's really that serious because we are an endangered species that has to focus on our survival. Well, you made it to the end of this video, so here is your tip for success. Please consider using a journal. I know that sounds funny and it could be cliche for some folks, but a journal will help us process our thoughts and our feelings, or just to brainstorm things we need to do each day. So writing is a great form of release and helps us get things to materialize in our lives. So remember, the more you practice self-care, the more you will be able to deal with what life brings you, especially as a Black male. So please, please, please like this video if you liked it, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already did that. I definitely need your support. Also, I take a lot of time and energy and investment in these videos and this process. And I would truly appreciate it if you would share this message through your social media outlets or email us. This way, I can impact as many people as possible and create change within our communities. And we all know that is much needed. So lastly, please check some of the resources I have, check out some of the resources I have attached below. And remember to stay in the light. This is the Spin Doctor saying, peace and blessings. Ashe.